Hello everybody. When I was a little kid, I used to love to go fishing, but one of the factors that determined how much time I could spend fishing was my ability to tie knots. When I was young, my dad would tie knots for me. He would tie my hooks and other baits that I wanted to use, and I would just throw them out into the water. But after a couple of years, he no longer did this, and he forced me to learn how to tie my own knots. This led me to developing a secret talent, which is tying knots. After my dad stopped tying my fishing knots for me, I spent most of my time learning how to tie many types of knots. I had a lot of time on my hands back then as a kid. Of course, when I'm not in school or hanging out with friends, what is there for a young kid to do? So I spent time practicing. By the end of about 3 or 4 months, I knew how to tie many types of knots, such as clove knots, hitch knots, square knots, figure-8 knots, and of course, fisherman's knots. Because this skill doesn't really show unless I'm fishing, I would consider it a secret talent. Unless I'm fishing with somebody, they would have no idea that I have this talent. But I do consider this a useful skill because there are instances where tying knots comes in handy even if you're not fishing, such as if you're handling livestock, hunting, or in any survival situation. That is why I'm glad my dad forced me to learn how to tie knots and develop a secret talent that I have. Thank you.